Hello everyone. We are going to start now the third unit of the syllabus, and the name of the unit is branch accounting. So let's start. We are going to see first of all the meaning of branch and how the branch accounting is made. So we know that the main objective of each and every business organization is to earn maximum profit. For that purpose, they open its branches at various places in the city or in different part of country or even in foreign countries according to the nature of products or demand of the product or capacity of the business. So we know that every business organization who want to expand their business, they open their branches, and the main or parent establishment is known as head office. Okay, so this is important definition. What do you mean by head office? Head office means the main or parent establishment, and other subsidiary establishments are known as branches. Okay, so what is the meaning of branch? Branch is the section of the business which is separate from the main section or main business office. Okay, so that is known as branch. आपण इथं काय पाहतोय तर ब्रँच कशाला म्हणायचं तर जी कंपनी स्थापन होते आणि तिचं मेन ऑफिस जे असतं, ओके, जे कंपनी स्थापन करत असताना त्यांच्या आर्टिकल ऑफ असोसिएशन असेल त्याच्यामध्ये जे नोंद पत्ता असेल तिथं जे ऑफिस असेल त्याला हेड ऑफिस असं म्हटलं जातं. ओके, आणि ज्या इतर शाखा ज्या ओपन केल्या जातात वेगवेगळ्या भागात त्याला ब्रँचेस असं म्हटलं जातं. आणि व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ ब्रँच अकाउंटिंग? अकाउंटिंग ऑफ ब्रँचेस. ओके, टू नो द efficiency or how much they profit earn from those branches. All the accounting made by the parent institution of the branches is known as branch accounting. Okay, so next we are going to look at the objectives of the branch accounting. So the first objective is to ascertain the profit or loss of each branch. Every parent organization wants to know whether their branches are working effectively or not, whether they are earning profit or not. If they are facing losses in the long term, then it is necessary to shut down those branches. Okay, in order to know the efficiency, or we can say the profit or loss they earn in the accounting period, okay, for that purpose branch accounting is made. Then the next objective is to enable the head office to ascertain the commission payable to branch manager. Okay, sometime what happens, commission or we can say the remuneration of the branch manager depend upon their efficiency, how much they sell the product or efficiency they achieve. Okay, so sometime it is based on certain percentage or profit earned by the branch. Okay, so if the remuneration or commission of the branch manager is depend upon the profit earned by that respective branch, then it is required to make the accounting of that respective branch to know the profit. Okay, then the third objective is to know the financial position of each branch. Okay, financial position, we can say that it is very important to know the financial position. Okay, whether that branch is financially strong or not. Then the fourth objective is to keep control over working of each branch. How to control the working of the branches? By making the accounting of the branch. Okay, efficiency is measured with the help of accounting. If the branch is earning more and more profit, then we can say that branch is more effective or efficient. Okay, so if they are sustaining loss, then it is very important to make the changes in the working of that respective branch, and it is the control tool, okay, to control the working of the branch. Then the next objective is to ascertain and to meet the requirements of goods and cash of each branch. Okay, sometime what happens, the parent institution or head office provides goods and cash or a required equipments, or we can say anything is provided by that respective head office. Okay, to know the how much they require. Okay, to understand these things, branch accounting is made. Then the next one is to meet the requirements of act. Okay, by Companies Act or act of respective organization, it is necessary to make the accounting of each and every branch. So in order to meet the requirement of respective act, for example, if that is the company, then it is important to make the accounting according to the Companies Act 2013. Then the last objective is to take decision whether to continue the branch or to close down. Okay, such decisions are taken with the help of branch accounting. So these are the some of the objectives of branch accounting. Why the branch accounting is made? Okay, answer lies between these 7 points. Then the next important point which we are going to discuss is the types of branches. Okay, so branches are classified mainly into two parts. First part is inland branches. Inland branches means those branches whose head office is in the country. Okay, and foreign branches means, if the branches lies within the country, then those branches are known as inland branches. And another one is foreign branches. Foreign branches means those branches which are open in foreign countries. Then inland branches are also divided into two parts. First one is dependent or agency branches, and second one is independent branches. Okay, so what is the meaning of dependent branches? Dependent branches work like agents of the head office, means they are not generally allowed to make their own purchase or to pay their own bills. All the goods required by the branches are supplied by the head office, means decisions of that respective branch is taken by the head office. Okay, and head office provides them goods or cash or their anything according to their requirement. So how the goods are sent to the dependent branches by the head office? First, goods supplied by at cost. Then second one is goods supplied over above the cost. Then third one is goods to be sold for cash only. And fourth one is goods to be sold for cash or also on credit. And in respect of independent branches, goods are sold by the branch at invoice price or the selling price fixed by the head office. Okay, but accounts are maintained in the branch book and branch trial balance. Okay, and these trial balance or accounts are sent to the head office. So these are the important types of the branches. Okay, here the brief information regarding the branches. Independent branches, all accounts are maintained in the branch books and branch trial balance. Okay, what is the meaning of independent branches? Those branches who have authority to sell the goods and all the accounting made in that respective branch, and those account books are sent to the head office. Okay, then the second type is dependent branches. Dependent branches means these are only agents. Okay, means head office sent them goods and goods are sold by them at the price decided by that respective head office. They are not allowed to make their own purchase or pay their expenses. All goods are supplied by head office at cost or at above cost. Okay, so this is the some of the information regarding the dependent branches. And here another characteristic: all cash received by branch फ्रॉम कॅश सेल मस्ट बी रेमिटेड डेली टू हेड ऑफिस. म्हणजे रोजच्या रोज जेवढा सेल होईल त्याची सर्व अमाऊंट हेड ऑफिसला ट्रान्सफर करावी लागते. देन द ब्रँचेस जस्ट कीप कॅश बुक, PT कॅश बुक अँड सेल बुक फॉर क्रेडिट सेल. ओनली these three accounts are made by that respective branch. Okay, how much cash they are spending or earning, what are the expenses to sell the goods, and how much credit sale is made to the debtors. Okay, so only activity related accounts are prepared by the branches. Then the head office maintains necessary books of accounts. Okay, head office maintains all the books which are required. Okay, so these are the main important two types of inland or agency branches: dependent branches and independent branches. Okay, so we are going to stop now. In the next lecture we are going to look at how the journal entries and accounts are made by the branches. Okay, so that's it from today's lecture. Thank you.